Learn about harassment with this learning material. What kind of scene do you think of when it comes to harassment? There are various types of harassment. This time we will introduce you to sexual and academic harassment. Sexual harassment is a sexual remark or action that offends the victim, regardless of whether or not there is an intention to annoy the other person. Academic harassment and power harassment are performed by those in higher positions. It can occur, for example, between senior and junior students in the laboratory or between academic advisors and students. Unfortunately, both have happened at Kyushu University. I will explain sexual harassment in detail. The victim may unjustly receive a lower grade for refusing the perpetrator's advances. It also includes swearing, unnecessary physical contact, and sexually explicit statements and topics. However, according to a previous survey conducted by Kyushu University, more than 60% of students answered that they were unwilling to consult an authority figure. I will explain academic harassment and power harassment. For example, faculty members who are perpetrators may treat certain students harshly. For example, instruct them to come to the university on their days off, or interfere with their graduation or employment. Experiencing such harassment can lead to physical symptoms, depression, and feeling that you do not want to go to college. When you feel you may be harassed, it is a sign that you are going through a difficult experience. First, talk to a reliable person around you to calm the current situation. It is a good idea to ask if your view of the problem is the correct view and how others would deal with it. In addition, the suffering of your heart is often not transmitted to the other person. Let us think of ways to get the person to understand you, ways to communicate well, and ways to say no. In doing so, it is also important to convey your situation and to be honest about what you cannot do, rather than blame the other person. You may want to consult an expert on how to convey this. When explaining the situation to a third party, it is a good idea to take notes so that you have objective answers to who, what, when, where, why, and how. It is a good idea to make a note so that you do not forget it. With regard to sexual harassment, academic harassment, power harassment, etc., more than half of victims answered that they did not consult an authority figure. It may be related to the fear of saying bad things to the other person, or the feeling of giving up. However, as I said earlier, it is a good idea to calmly examine your situation and your condition. Do not think too much alone, but work with someone you trust to come up with a solution. If you have difficulty consulting with people around you or would like to consult with an expert, please contact the Harassment Counseling Office or the Campus Life Health Support Center.